There, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Pay attention to how you may turn a woman off. And when I'm saying turn her off, this could be when you try to approach a woman. This could be when you in a relationship with a woman. This could be on a date with a woman. Like when you're approaching a woman or she's around, you trying to get her number or whatever. Pay attention to everything about her. Pay attention to everything about the environment you in. Pay attention to what you may have said or did. You might have approached wrong. Like I always tell the story when I just approached this woman out of the blue. I ain't seen her around, and I walked up to her and said, "Hey, I see you around." She said, "Well, I don't see you around." Look, I learned from that. One, she didn't really choose. She didn't really choose. I had just seen her around, so I just shot my shot. I said, "Oh, okay." But I learned from that, you know? You want to always do that. It could be the environment. You could go on a date with a woman. You can go on a date. Everything she like how you look and all of that. She all excited. But then you get on the date and she's bored. She's bored, or, even during the day, she's laughing, but then you might say something. All right, then, she don't want to go further. In fact, she might even have that thing set up where somebody call her and her mom is in trouble or something. Indeed, she might even have a situation where she want to get that big old doggy bag. And you remember what I said about that, right? So hold up. Yeah, she was wrong for doing that, but what did you do in that situation? Or, you might have turned off from the get-go. You want to pay attention to every little thing. Or even when you even having sex with a woman. And you might be thinking you're doing something and she just laying there as a starfish. Or she don't want to have sex with you again. Okay, what was it about you? Because you can't control what's going on with her. She might have 1,000 things going on with her, but what are you doing? What are you doing? You can control yourself 100%. You don't know what's up with her, or you don't know what's up with you, You need to sit back and think about what's up with you. A lot of guys, they looking outside of themselves, but they ain't looking where they can control themselves inside. That's the most important thing. What are you doing? Because you can control that. Like if you approach a woman and she ain't interested, okay, where were you at? Pay attention to the environment. Pay attention to your haircut. Look in the mirror and say, what was it? Because trust me, everything about you she saw. Because a woman, when she looking at a man, she looking at everything, all right? Or you go on a date, everything good. Like I said, she can like how you look. She can go on a date, but then the date you don't click. It might be it could be just a simple matter of your personalities didn't click. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but just learn it. Figure that out, Or you might talk about some stuff. Like say you got 2 or 3 dates and they don't go past the first date. You don't get nothing. But then every single time that you go on that date, you discussing politics or you discussing something just real boring, boring to her. You got to think about that. You got to think about that. What were you talking about? What were you doing? And even when you in bed, you even have sex with a woman. There's been plenty of cases. Dudes say they having sex with a woman. All of a sudden, the woman don't want to have sex with them anymore. Okay, what was it about you? Were you too fast? Did you take your time making love to her, turning her on? Did you take her time foreplay? Did you switch it up? You pay attention to all of those things. Because, let's be real. There's some stuff that you can't control with her. There's some definite stuff you can't control that's going to be more on her. You might approach her, but she's into women. You might approach her and her man just around the corner. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to that. Let me speak on that for a second. One of the things I learned is to pay real close attention, look around first. There's many a woman I would see, I say, damn, she fine. But then her husband over there, or, her girlfriend is over there. I learned how to look around, look at the environment. What environment are you in? You might be in a political environment where people, discussing political whatever, but then, you discussing something else. You could be talking about the wrong things in the wrong places. You could be in a religious environment. You don't want to be talking about, this club or something like that. Pay attention. You got to pay attention to what you're doing, what you might be doing wrong. All right. And that's approach or, whatever. Because look, if you turning off 20 women, the only thing they have in common is you. That's the only thing you can control. I don't care what's going on with them, what environment is in, where they at, what they doing. What is it about you? And look, let's look at it another way. When I talk about select and non-select, that's a sexual hierarchy. If you're not turning women on sexually, what is it about you? Are these women not liking your body build? Okay, hit the gym, body game. Your haircut? Shoot. Your breath stink? Hey, it could be that. It could be that. It's usually the same things with a woman. You got to pay attention to that. See, here's the thing. You pay attention to that. These are things you can control. You can't control everything like who she might be dealing with, but actually, I'll take that back. Actually, you can. Because then what you can do is learn how to spot those things. Like I said, when I'm in an environment, I'm paying attention to everything. If I see a woman at the gym or something, I don't try to holler real quick. I'll sit back and I'll be watching and everything. Or if you going on dates or something and you realize she keep getting doggy bags or something. You might be that type. It's coming off like you spending too much money. You ain't getting to know her. Women seeing you as a sucker. It's very important to pay attention to what you can control. You ain't getting second times with a woman sexually. You might need to switch up some stuff. You control that. Pay close attention. Pay close attention. I said play. Pay close attention. Hey, look, but you need to do that. You need to do that. What it is, because ultimately, if you try and get with a woman, you need to turn her on sexually. If you really paying attention to what I talk about, I'm telling you how to turn a woman on sexually. If you don't, she's going for the men who's turning her on. And if you having trouble with that as a man, you got to look at yourself. Now, at the women, don't blame the women. No matter what. No matter what. You got to say, because you don't have control over what they do, but you have 100% control over yourself. All right? I want y'all to really think about that. All right. Anyway, that's all I have for right now. And I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.